What's up, Notary Nerds? It's your girl Monica here with the back of house on building out the student dashboard for our turnkey specimen collection training website. For those of you guys who are getting this website, this process is the process of making sure that the quiz is well worded, is easy to understand. I'm following along with the study guide, which everything right now is in chronological order according to how it is in the 49 CFR 40. However, it won't stay that way. But for my purposes, I am just going down the right-hand side, looking at the study guide, which has the answers, making sure that the answers that I put in over here on the left have variations. In other words, I might instead of using a capital A, like here, alcohol screening test. See how I capitalized the A and I made lowercase screening test, because that's how people may type their answer in. And so I want to see that we have all variations, or all realistic variations as we can of the possible ways that a student might potentially answer the question. And so in this last example, I used all capital letters just in case. So I want to see if our test is going to mark that as correct or incorrect as a result. And I'm also taking this opportunity to correct any typographical errors on the study guide as well. So I went through this process. It took me, I think, 30 minutes to go through this process. Of course, I was going through it as an administrator would, kind of fine-tuning and looking at everything a little bit more closely. But there are 60 some odd questions. So when the student goes through this module, they're going through it in a very thorough way. And our curriculum designer is making sure that the questions are in line with the 49 CFR 40 as per the DOT regulations. However, they're breaking things up, the longer questions, formulating true and false questions when appropriate, and fill in the blank questions when appropriate, to ensure that the person taking the quiz actually understands what is being taught, right? Now, this is just one part of how we are going to teach. There is an audio-visual aspect to it. And there also will be, in addition to this downloadable study guide, there will be also worksheets that they can print off and fill in blanks and do things and test their knowledge and whatnot. The beautiful part about this whole process is that you do not have to be an expert in DOT drug tests and the process associated with them. You do not have to have experience as a urine specimen collector or a breath alcohol technician or a screening test technician. You don't have to have that, because the DOT is providing you with the content for your curriculum. So you don't have to be an expert in any of this. So this is the best absolute way to get your foot in the door if you are interested in becoming a trainer, or not even becoming a trainer, but just interested in having a business that gives you passive income. This is it. This is an industry where all you need is a product that gives a service that is in need, meaning that there are people out there who want to become urine specimen collectors. There are people out there who want to become breath alcohol technicians. And there's people out there who want to become screening test technicians. Granted, you may have to put it out there so that they even know it exists, because some people may not even be aware of it. So that's where your marketing is going to come into play. And that's the part where I am going to help those who have purchased this site accomplish that in our monthly mini minds. Anything I am doing to market my site is what those who get this website are going to get, right? I'm going to be passing on any marketing tools, anything that I'm utilizing, from lead magnets to graphics to animated videos, all of the things, because I fully intend on pulling a minimum of 6 figures out of the marketplace in this DOT drug testing training arena. Fully intend to do that. I know the formula that I need to employ in order to do that as a result of Notary Nerds, which has done multiple 6 figures in the last 2 years. So that part I have down pat. So when you invest in this website and you're coming along this journey with me, I'm basically going to be utilizing the blueprint of what I use here to build Notary Nerds to build my specimen collection training website. Now, this is a great time for you to go out there and secure a domain for your specimen collection training website. Mine is going to be specimencollectionuniversity.com. I've already secured it. The university.com situation worked out well for me with notarynerduniversity.com, so I'm going to stick with that same blueprint. And the word university or college gives the person the understanding that you're going to be here for a minute. This is not a 1-hour course. You're not going to get done and know everything you need to know in an hour or in a day or anything like that. This is for the individual that fully intends on building out a drug testing business and wants that comprehensive level of training. They don't want that hit it and quit it. Oh, I'm going to learn how to become a urine specimen collector and I'm going to take qualification training. Okay, now where do I do to go get my 5 mock collections done? Because that's the second part of the process. I'd have to have both the qualification training as well as the mock collections before I can even go and start this business. Whereas with this template, with this turnkey specimen collection training website, people who come to your school will not only be able to get their qualification training, but they will also be able to get their 5 mock observations. And the way that that works is you as the website owner have to go through this process of learning each of these subparts. Once you go through this process and learn each of these subparts, then you will be qualified to do what they call mock observations. That's the other piece to the pie. The DOT does not require anyone to have all of these years of experience. What they do require is that you will make yourself informed and knowledgeable in the process and procedures of DOT drug tests. They give it to you in this Title 49 CFR 40. They expect that you will become studious of this title and make sure you understand what needs to happen. They also provide a training series for people who will be doing mock collections, right? So they give whoever wants it the information. They don't put it's a very low barrier to entry, but of course, most people won't, right? Because it does require a lot of work, and I couldn't do this by myself. I have an amazing team that's helping me, not only on the front end with the design of the site, but also here on the back end as the training materials are being developed. So I'm really excited about the way it's coming together. We have several modules already completed as far as the study guides and the quizzes. Hazel, my virtual assistant, is working synchronously in creating the quiz and the study guide right along each other. And for those of you guys who have signed up to be testers, I will be emailing you very soon. I don't need any more. I've got enough on the list, so I won't be asking for any more people to sign up. But so for those who have signed up already, thank you so much. You'll be getting an email from me before the end of the week. And so this is the process I'm going through, and I'm actually just going through each of the questions. And here I put a capital L by alcohol just to see what would happen if it would be marked incorrect at the end of the test. And right now I'm only on question number 46, and I'm speeding this up for the purposes of this video so it won't take as long, but it did take me, like I mentioned before, about 32 minutes to go through module 1. And if that's any indication, the other modules are similarly packaged, meaning that the information that's in module 1 probably is a little heavier than some of the other modules, some of the other subparts. And let me make sure you understand what I mean by that. When I say module, I am referring to a section of the training website so that the student knows where they are. Every module corresponds to a subpart of Title 49 CFR 40. Title 49 CFR 40 has 18 subparts. And they label them with a letter, starting with letter A all the way through letter R. So when we talk about module 1, we are in subpart A, and that's the administrative aspect. It gives you the terminologies. It tells you what the title is all about, who is the big dog, so to speak, in making the title and the rules and regulations relating to a DOT drug test. It kind of gives you the lay of the land, right? And every subpart, after that goes into another aspect of the DOT drug testing process. Now, as I've mentioned in previous videos, the thing that makes this training website, the specimen collection training website, unique is that the other training programs, while they do have the opportunity for the trainer, for the student rather, to be able to take the breath alcohol testing or to take the screening test technician or to take the urine collection, it's all segmented. It's like, do this, then go find somebody to do your mock collections. I don't know, or you can pay us extra. It's all segmented. It's like, here, you do this and you got to put this piece with it. And then you got to do this and you got to do this. It's all like they have it all in one place, but you have to piece it together, right? Well, here at this training website, this turnkey specimen collection training website, we're putting everything in one place and we're giving them a journey to start and finish on that will allow for them to encompass not only the urine specimen collection, but also the screening test technician and also the breath alcohol technician and also the ability to do their 5-year refresher training, but then also to get their 5 mock collections done, right? And as a trainer of this website, or as an owner of this website, you are able, once you have learned it, now you don't just get the website and then just call yourself a trainer. Just like I'm building the website out and I still am going through the training myself to make sure I know and I can pass. Once I do that, I'll have evidence that I've completed a training program. And if anyone from the Department of Transportation needs to see evidence of my training and that it was sufficient to allow for me to do the mock observations, then I will have it in my back of office, right? I'll have all of my quizzes, I'll have my final exam and all of that. So as a site owner, you are not exempt from going through this training. As a matter of fact, the more you go through it and the more averse you are in the processes, the better, right? You want to take and pass the quizzes. You want to take and pass the exam so that once your students have completed the 18-part training, then you can administer the observations. You have, by virtue of going through every single chapter, subpart of this title, rather, you will be able to observe the mock collections for your urine specimen collection students. So you will have basically created a one-stop shop. Now, if you don't have the ability to go through the training, you got the site, but you're like, oh my gosh, I'm not going to be able to go through the training and do all of that right now. I really would need some help with that. That's fine, because I will be there for those mock collections that your students need at the beginning. So once you get the site, you start marketing it, you're making money, your students are going through the process, and you're busy and you haven't had yet the time to go through and do all of this yourself, then you will be able to kick them back over to me and it'll be seamless, right? And I can conduct your mock observations. The goal is to keep your students where everything is smooth for them. They can do everything in one place. And by mere affiliation with me here at Complete Signings and Notary Nerds, you've got that affiliation and you can send that over to me. Now that means that I'm going to be making that money, which, to be honest with you, if I were you, I would just rather do that myself. You've already invested in the website. Go ahead and take the trainings, have your documentation that you actually know. You're not going to be able to fly through this training either. As you can see here, I have the study guide right here to the right of me, and I'm still missing some questions. And some of this is because of the way I type, like this capital L on alcohol. It's just not an option under the correct answer. So that's another reason why I'm going through each of these, and I need my testers to help me go through each of these, because we want to make sure that when the student puts the answer in, whether they use capitalizations or not, that we will be able to cover most of the ways that it will be input. But as you can see, it's a very thorough, it's 70 questions. I thought it was 60 something. It's a very thorough review of just subpart A, right? So once a student comes to your drug testing training website, they are going to be an expert in Title 49 CFR 40. As you can see, here are the modules. We've got that all started. We're in module 6 now. Here's the website. We're coming up with variations of the website so that you'll have a few to choose from. So everything's coming together really nicely. And I just wanted to give you an update on what it looked like. And here are those 18 sections, right? No one else is doing this. You will have a unique selling proposition in the fact that your training is comprehensive. You will also have a unique selling proposition in the fact that once your students get done with your training, then they get a small business website to help them launch their drug testing business. So super excited about it. Congratulations to those of you who are coming along for the journey. The sites will be finished on January the 3rd and delivered to their site owners. And January the 3rd is the kickoff for our mini mind, our marketing mini mind, which you automatically get included into as a result of purchasing one of the website templates. So I will make sure you have the link to the website templates below, and I look forward to seeing you in the mini mind. Peace.